we've talked about jobs, and a few weeks ago we talked about robots and replacing humans, and we just saw a recent story about that as well. So I guess we're ahead of the curve a little bit here. But the latest thing, Dan, is the self-driving cars. Now, I will never be in a self-driving car. I don't know. I know the technology is maybe perfected at this point. Hard for me to trust it. The question to you is, could eventually employers replace human drivers with these self-driving vehicles?
I think the answer to that is yes, King. If the technology exists and ultimately perfected, and it's affordable, I don't think there's any doubt that we're going to see self-driving vehicles on the road. As a matter of fact, Ford and BMW are saying that they're going to be producing autonomous cars by 2021. That's not so far off. So we're right on the cusp of this technology going to another level. Now, how is that going to affect employment? Well, it depends. It certainly has the potential to shift employment, because if you take Uber drivers and taxi drivers and so on, if ultimately we're looking at self-driving vehicles, King, there are going to be a lot of people who are in those positions now that are going to become unemployed. Now, of course, technology will also create new kinds of jobs. So ultimately, we have to see what is the net effect of this type of technology going to be. And you and I have talked about this before, and we actually wrestled with the issue of taxes and universal basic income, because Bill Gates' position is that if robots are going to replace human jobs, then they should be taxed. And Elon Musk turned around and said he thinks there's a good chance we're going to end up with universal basic income for everybody due to automation. So I really think this is something that we're going to see. Probably when we were kids, King, we could only imagine something like this happen, like watching the Jetsons, right? But I think it's actually on its way.
Well, the Jetsons had flying cars. So, I mean, I can't even imagine sitting at a red light, looking over to my left and not seeing a driver. I mean, I guess that's going to happen, Dan.